Well. Your boy is back. GunzPicks is here. Had a little issue this morning. Lost some power. Couldn't do a show. However, I still gave you the picks that pay the bills. We're 4-2 currently on the picks. 6 plays. We're cashing. Let's keep it going with the night plays. And if you haven't been on this show before, this is Late Night Bagger Show. I am GunzPicks, the host with the most point guard of podcasts in the self-proclaimed CBB. Go! And we are ready to go live here while we're watching the Duke game. Duke is getting beat right now. However, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a battle. There's 2 halves of basketball, and I'm still pumped for this game. So let's get into the plays. We got a couple at 8 o'clock, one at 8:30, and a couple of the late night degenerate specials that we all love. But before I do that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to the GunzPicks channel, and hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live. Getting into the chat, of course, Sox Nation joining us here. What up, Guns? Hit the horn. All right, let's start this off with the first play here as we got people watching currently, and I appreciate you taking the time on this beautiful Saturday night. And we'll go with the first play here. North Texas going against Rice. Tudor Fieldhouse, Houston, Texas is the spot. 8 p.m. East is the tip. And we're going to be going with North Texas on this one. -5.5. 2-unit play. Let's talk about it. We got North Texas offensive strengths. What are they? 3-point shooting. They're 27th in the country in 3-point percentage. Offensive rebounding. They're 33rd ranked in that category. And their free throw shooting isn't too bad either. They're 74th in free throw percentage in the country. On the other side, we look at the yin and yang here with the Rice defense. Not a great defense on the other side. 182nd in defensive rebounding and 346 in guarding people behind the arc. And they're 329th in allowing opponents to the free throw line. All playing into what North Texas wants to do in this game. On the defensive side, North Texas, that's their strength. Their defense is impeccable. One of the best in the AAC, ranked 44th in defensive efficiency, 34th in defending shots, 41st in turnover percentage. They're going up against a Rice Owls offense that is 184th in offensive efficiency, 192nd in field goal percentage, 206 in turning over the rock, and they're 288th in free throw percentage. Can't shoot free throws either, and this team is just all sorts of bad. And then you got where North Texas is coming from. A tough break lost by 4 points to FAU in their previous game. So there's going to be a chip on their shoulder mentality coming into this game. And then you got to look at the trends on this one. North Texas 6-1 ATS when they're a favorite of less than 6 points, which they are in this position. Then Rice is 1-8 straight up, 2-7 ATS in their last 9 home games, 1-9 ATS as a dog of 4 points or more. And North Texas is 5-1 straight up in ATS in the last 6 meetings versus Rice. With all that being said, all the statistics applied, we're going with North Texas as the first play here, -5.5, 2-unit banger, baby. As we fire shots across the bow and take a little sip of the potion to hit the 3-wheel motion. We got Peter joining us in the chat. Nice. Thanks for the early picks, as always. Listen, had a little bit of a grind yesterday, but I think we came up with a little bit of profit. And now today we're up, and we're going to stay up with all these picks that I'm going to be giving out today, or tonight, I should say. Michael in the building says, what's up, Guns? What a day. What a day. About to catch this North Carolina first half. Yeah, it looks like you're going to. They're up 10 right now with 2:28 left on the clock. I think it's a good position that we may even jump on Duke's second half here. I think that is a great look to be taken on this one. He also likes the +10 there with Providence and the money line coming. I can't talk you off that one. I didn't pick that play myself. I laid off of it, but I can't talk you off that play. All right, let's get to these other plays here. Let's go with the 8:30 p.m. game here. DePaul versus Seton Hall. Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey. And I'm going to be taking the Pirates on this one. Seton Hall with a big number here. -23.5, 2-unit special. I love this big chalk here, especially fading DePaul. DePaul is 269th in offensive efficiency, 274th in field goal percentage, 333rd in turning over the rock, and they're 330th in offensive rebounding. When you look at Seton Hall, their defense is pretty good. 40th in defensive efficiency, 101st in defending shots, 46 in allowing opponents to the free throw line, and they're 23rd in the country in blocked shots. Offensively, for Seton Hall, 81st in offensive efficiency, 18th in offensive rebounding, 22nd in free throw percentage. They have to get the rebounds because they're 238th in field goal percentage. So they do get a lot of second chance opportunities, and they're going against a DePaul team that is 9 times worth of bad on the defensive side, 336th in defensive efficiency, 361st in defending shots, 327th in defensive rebounding, and they're 324th in creating turnovers. Home versus road splits. I don't really have to talk about this too much because DePaul is basically ranked near the bottom in all these statistical categories. 354th ranked in opponent scoring. They're 336 in offensive scoring in the country when they're going against a Seton Hall team that averages 77.5 points per game at home versus 66.5 points per game on the road. And they only allow 66.6 points per game at home versus 73.3 points per game on the road. Much better team on their home court. And it's a heavy line. You look at this line, and this team, Seton Hall team, is just ranked 56 in total efficiency in the country, yet they're getting a 23.5 point line. This is equivalent or correlated to look at the lines who DePaul has gone against in this similar spot. Marquette, Creighton, UConn. These are all teams that had the similar lines, and they lost, and they did not cover the spread for DePaul. DePaul is also 1-4 ATS as a dog of more than 20 points, 4-15 ATS as a double-digit dog, and then got Seton Hall 3-1 ATS when they're favored by 17 points or more. So with all that being said, I think this is going to be an absolute blowout shellacking here to finish off the regular season here for Seton Hall. So give me Seton Hall minus 23.5, 2-unit bang up, baby. Chad is going wild, and he says, I do think Duke wins this game. Yeah, that's why I'm saying we got to look at this second half here when the clock runs out. Maybe just put a unit on it. That's my suggestion. Not anything official. Maybe I'll make it official. Whatever the line is on this Duke North Carolina game, we're going to put 1 unit on Duke second half. All right? That's a play. I don't need any other statistical analytics on this one. They've been crawling back. They've been down 15. Now they're down 7 right now. This is a perfect position that we love, especially when they were a 5.5 point favorite coming in here, a 4.5 point favorite. This is going to be a position that you take here. Duke second half, whatever the number is. All right, let's go into the next play here on the board. Let's go into some 9 o'clock action here. Big West Conference. And we're going to go UC Irvine versus Cal State Fullerton. This is Titan Gym, Fullerton, California, 9 p.m. tip. And I'm going with the home dog on this one, +9, 2-unit special. When you look at this matchup from a statistical standpoint, UCI and Cal State Fullerton matchup, their UCI's offense and Cal State Fullerton's defense match up really well with one another. It's going to be a battle on that end of the floor. But the complete mismatch is with Cal State Fullerton's offense versus UCI's defense. UCI's defense is ranked 35th in the country in defensive efficiency. So, and Cal State Fullerton doesn't really have a good offense. But what I like about this play is a couple things. The history in this matchup tells you Cal State Fullerton just owns this UCI team. Cal State Fullerton is 7-0 ATS, 5-2 straight up in the last 7 meetings. And all of those were as a dog. So this team not only can cover the spread versus Cal State Irvine, or UC Irvine, I should say, they can win the game straight up. So maybe a little bit of sprinkle in the money line might be something we need to look at here. And then you got to look at the position for UC Irvine here. They've already clinched the Big West season championship. So they're the number 1 seed going into that tournament. There might be just a look ahead here. Lackluster game on the road. Doesn't really mean anything to their position. They got to go into the tournament next week. So I think this is a good spot to be taking a team with some motivation, especially on senior night here for Cal State Fullerton. Unmotivated spot for UC Irvine. I'm going to be taking the dog here. Give me Cal State Fullerton +9, 2-unit special, baby. Shots fired across the bow. And we got, Peter says, DePaul should lose by 35. Yeah, they're going to get crushed today. I mean, it's just, that's who they are. They're just a bad team altogether. All right. Let's go to the next game on the board. Let's talk a little late night degenerate action here. Pac-12 after dark, 10 p.m. style. We're going to go Arizona versus USC, Galen Center. Los Angeles, California is the spot. That's where the Trojans' home court is. And I'm going to be going with the home dog once again, plus 8.5 in this position here for UFC 2-unit special. Let's talk about it. Quite frankly, I just think it's a buy spot here for USC and a sell spot here for Arizona, because Arizona has nothing to play for. They've already clinched the number 1 seed in the Pac-12. They're going into this game, win, lose, or draw. It's not going to affect their position whatsoever not only going in the conference tournament. I don't think it affects their seeding either, as far as the national tournament's concerned. These teams met on January 17th. Arizona won the game 82-67. USC was 21-point dogs in that spot, and now the line is 8.5. I mean, this is a very high aggressive correlated line, but there is a reason for that. In the first meeting, USC's just been playing hurt. Their top 2 guards in Isaiah Collier and Boogie Ellis did not play in the first matchup, so that's probably why the line is now shortened so much than the first meeting, because they just didn't have the personnel at the time. And USC's as healthy as can be probably for the first time in all season. They've been dealing with injuries left and right, which has really killed their entire season altogether. And then you got USC. What they're playing at a 30th in total efficiency right now in their last 6 games. They're 4-2 straight up in ATS in those positions. Their only loss was to Colorado in overtime, and a 3-point loss to Washington State. Washington State, the number 2 seed in the Pac-12. Also, USC 3-1 ATS is a dog of 7 points or more. So there's all these positions here that tell us we need to be taking USC. I just think this is a revenge game too. They were embarrassed by Arizona in the last game. Now they get them out on their home court. Last game of the regular season, they're going to be super motivated. They're going against an Arizona team that, quite frankly, I don't think are going to put out their best effort here. Maybe rest some guys. I just think this is a USC spot altogether. So I'm going to take him here as the dog. USC plus 8.5, 2-unit special, baby. Hey, Sox Nation is with it. He thinks it's money line play. I can't talk you off that one. I can't talk you off. I say a little sprinkle wouldn't hurt you there too. But like I said, maybe first half maybe. We got to look at this stuff. I think this is all sorts of USC on this one. They are very due to get it done here on their home court, last regular season game, playing with pride at this point, going into their conference tourney. And then Jay Lottie in the building says, cheers to the fellas. Give them the horn. There we go. As we go down this card, I got one last play for you. I got one last play. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We got one last play. Before I get into that play, make sure you like and subscribe to the GunzPicks channel. I give this stuff for free. All these plays, all this analytics. And all I ask you to do is do a couple things. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button on all these videos that I'm putting out. The thumb that goes like this. Just move your mouse over right now and just tap it. That's all you got to do. And it keeps me in the algorithm of all algorithms that YouTube has decided who is deemed special to be on people's front pages for shows. And I want to be one of those people. It's 100 you beautiful bastards are watching me live right now while there's halftime here on the Duke UNC game. Let's get to the last play on the board here. We're going to go into a little Mountain West action. You know I love the Mountain West. Lost one yesterday. However, we're going back to the well here. We're going to UNLV and Nevada. Lawyer Event Center, Reno, Nevada. 10:30 p.m. is the tip. And you think I take the home team on this one? Nah. I'm going to be taking the doggy on this one. Give me UNLV plus 6.5, 2-unit special. Let's talk about it. UNLV matches up pretty decently with this Nevada team. 79th in offensive efficiency, 138th the field goal percentage, 127th in offensive rebounds, 142nd in free throw percentage. On the defensive side of the ball, Nevada's got a pretty good defense. They're 34th in defensive efficiency, 61st in defending shots, 86th in defensive rebounds, but they do allow opponents to get to the free throw line. They're 221st in allowing opponents to the free throw line. On the defensive side of the ball for UNLV, 80th in defensive efficiency, 170th in defending shots, 106th in creating turnovers, and 60th in the country in defending the three. And that's going to be key on this one because Nevada is a real good three-point shooting team. And that is a good sole source of their offensive production. They're 44th in offensive efficiency, 61st in field goal percentage, but they're 196 on the free throw line. So I think there's going to be a good opportunity to get on the UNLV running Rebel side. Also, it's a revenge game, okay? Nevada beat UNLV on the road 69-66 as 1.5-point dogs. The line really hasn't been correlated here. A little bit of movement on this one, like a 5-point movement. I wanted to see like an 8 or a 10. I would think it would have been a little bit bigger there for the home versus away split. But UNLV just loves these positions. They love being the dog. If you look at their statistics here, not only that and on the road for that matter, they're 8-2 ATS as a dog this season. They're 7-2 straight up in ATS on the road this season, 5-0 ATS in the last 5 games. This team travels, which is very rare for these Mountain West teams. Nevada is another team that can travel well and play good on the road, but the rest of these other Mountain West teams, they don't. So I think this is a good position here for UNLV. Also, look at UNLV versus conference opponents at home, 4-4 ATS versus conference opponents. Then you got with Nevada, when they're a favorite in this position, which is between 5 and 7 points, they're 2-3 straight up and ATS. That's right, straight up in ATS. They lose outright in 3 of those positions of the 5. So I think it may be a little bit of a sprinky dink on the money line here for UNLV. UNLV is also 4-1 straight up and ATS in the last 5 meetings versus Nevada. I think this is a great position to be taking the Running Rebels. And there is a reason why I'm making this my best bet of the day. UNLV plus 6.5. Best bet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we're going to let me just check on the line here for this Duke second half so I can make it and give you an official number. Bear with me for a second as I pull it up. And while I pull this up, make sure you like and subscribe to the GunzPicks YouTube channel. Hit the bell, hit the horn, hit the thumbs up. Also, you can join all my other social media platforms as well. I am at GunzPicks on X. I'm at GunzPicks on Instagram. I'm on GunzPicks on TikTok. I'm GunzPicks on LinkedIn, MySpace, Facebook, whatever. All the social media platforms. Just look up at GunzPicks. You can find me there. Yeah, let's look up this position here for the Duke Blue Devils. Getting down into the clock here. Click the button. It looks like the live line is plus 3.5. If you like them to win the game, might be a good money line position at plus 162. Very heavy line here in the second half. Basically the same number. It's minus 5.5 here for the second half for Duke. We're going to lock it in for a unit, and I'm adding that to the card as well. Let's go Duke. Minus 5.5. Second half. 1 unit. Locked in. There you go. So let me break down the plays for you. The pay the bills. We got plenty of time for these games to start. The earliest one is 8 p.m. So we have about 24 minutes on this one, but let's recap. USC plus 8.5, 2-unit banger. We have Seton Hall minus 23.5, 2-unit special. We got UNLV as the best bet, plus 6.5, 2 units. We got North Texas minus 5.5, 2 units. And we got another home dog here with Cal State Fullerton plus 9.5, 2 units. And we just added Duke second half minus 5.5 for an extra unit. So that's 6 plays, 11 units on the table here for the boys. You're asking the question about the total on, I don't remember what game I was talking about then. So you're gonna have to refresh my memory. Was it UNLV? Yeah, the UNLV game. I got no position on that one. No totals today. Michael in the chat says, I love UNLV tonight. Nevada has shot 50% from 3 in the last few games. They are due for some regression. Yes, that's what I mean. Is like this UNLV team can defend beyond the arc. So I think this is what it's playing into what UNLV wants to do. And it's also hurting what Nevada wants to do. And they want to shoot the 3. And then he goes, what do you think about New Mexico, Utah State? It's just me. Does this line look short? It's a tough one. I lean towards Utah State. I didn't want to make it official because I feel like the Mountain West home takes have been regressing lately. I know there is a revenge factor. Utah State did lose the first matchup versus New Mexico. So I know it's -3.5, and the line correlation kind of fits too, because I think they were like a 6-point dog or something like that in the first game. So I think I like Utah State, but I'm not playing it officially, just a lean. Awesome, thank you on UNLV, no problem, man. But that's gonna do it here for the show. 134 of you beautiful bastards watching us live here. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to the GunzPicks channel. And join me on all social media platforms once again, at GunzPicks on Instagram, Twitter, or X, and TikTok. That's where you can find me. All right, that's going to do it here for the Late Night Bangers edition of GunzPicks channel in college basketball. Let's dominate. I'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday plays, breaking ankle style. Let's cash some tickets. Let's dominate the ball. And as always, let's keep dancing. Bang!